Today we shall talk about the determinants of health. You know, health is maintained by so many factors. So we can say, in other words, we can say that health is multifactorial. Some of the factors are inside the body and some are outside the body. Like those inside the body are, since the conception, or you can say they are genetic factors, intrinsic factors, or biological factors. Some are outside the body, that is, some are outside the body, that is, they influence the health after conception. Interaction of these factors either promote or it may also deteriorate the health. Number one, genetic or intrinsic or biological factors. Physical and mental traits of every human being are to some extent determined by the nature of genes at the time of conception. Constitution of genes are permanent. If constituents are defective, result in certain disease, it may result in certain diseases like sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, and certain types of diabetes and mental retardation, etc., for which we may have some treatment, but most of the times there is no treatment for genetic diseases. This genetic disease factors, they can be prevented to some extent by genetic counseling. Number two, after the conception. The factors that start influencing the health after the conceptions are environmental factors, behavioral and socio-cultural conditions, socio-economic conditions, availability of health services. Aging of the population also has a bearing on health, and gender also influences health. There are some other factors like services of the health department which influence health. Environmental factors, they can be again internal and external. Internal are, they pertain to each and every component like tissues, organ system, and their harmonious functioning within the system. External or macro environment, all that which is external to the individual host, like physical environment, psychological environment, biological environment, domestic or personal environment, behavioral and social cultural conditions. Social interaction with the parents, with the friends or peer, siblings, that is your sister, brother, school and mass media, lifestyle, etc., they influence our health. Health requires the promotion of healthy lifestyle, like sedentary lifestyle or active lifestyle. Then our habits also influence the health, like alcohol, smoking, tobacco consumption in any form, diet that we take, exercise that we take. Many current day problems are associated with lifestyle changes. It is very visible. For example, lifestyle diseases are obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and obesity. All these conditions are related to our lifestyle. Achievement of the optimum health demands adoption of healthy lifestyle, which is very clearly visible that if we start exercising, if we control our diet, if we stop alcohol and tobacco consumption, it certainly is going to have a positive effect on our health. Then socio-economic conditions. These are also well known to influence the human health. Like economic progress leads to reduction in the morbidity and mortality. It also improves life expectancy and quality of life. Affluence may be contributory cause of illness. By that we mean that socio-economic conditions or economic conditions, if they improve, the person's purchasing capacity improves, person's educational chances of getting education also improve, the housing conditions, neighborhood conditions, all will improve. The hygienic level will also improve. So that is how this economic condition is going to help us in the positive achievement of positive health or better health. But affluence may also cause illness because it may lead to sedentary style of life, extra calories in the diet, which may result into obesity and thereby leading to cardiac problems, hypertension, diabetes, etc. Then number 2, education. Especially the female literacy influences health positively. If the female is literate, and how much she is literate, at what level she has been educated, so that has a positive bearing, direct correlation with the health. This to some extent compensates the effect of poverty. Example is of our state of Kerala, where the female literacy rates are very high, more than 90%, and the results are visible in terms of infant mortality rate, which is only 15, while for IMR for the country is around 30, and female literacy rate for our country is around 55. Third is occupation. One may be employed or one may not be employed. Unemployment has a direct bearing, usually show a higher incidence of ill health and death, because unemployment leads to stress and poor availability of all the resources that are contributory to the health. Then occupation also has direct bearing in certain cases, which are reflected in occupational diseases, which is a different chapter in itself and shall be dealt with at some other day, other time. Political system. Political will is very important in the sense that all the resources are delivered only according to the political will. The best example is GDP and GNP. How much budget has been allocated towards the health and medical care, that is almost entirely with the political system. If we have enough budget that can be directed in developing infrastructure, procurement of the drugs, developing hygienic conditions, training of the manpower, and so many other things. But if the budget allocation is not adequate, then it is going to adversely affect our system. The other factor that is important is how this budget is distributed. Has it been equitably distributed or not? So that also decides whether the budget allocation is equitable, means if it has been proportionately distributed in urban rural area, proportionately distributed in clinical and public health systems, that also has a direct bearing on health. Then political system, depending on the health budgeting, we have other areas which are like manpower policy. How many medical colleges are to be started? How many nursing colleges or paramedical college, public health institutes are to be started? So that has bearing on the manpower policy, which WHO, like you can see that the WHO recommends 5% of the total budget, GNP, has to be spent on health, while in our country it is only 3%. Then health services. Well, health services are not equitably available. Like in rural areas, we have primary health care system, which takes care of both medical care as well as preventive and promotive health care. While in cities, in the urban areas, promotive and preventive health cares are not given so much of importance. Then similarly, the focus should be on promotive and preventive health, which is lacking. Most of the times, the focus is on clinical cases or cure, treatment of the sickness, while it is more important to promote the positive health and try for prevention of illnesses. Aging of the population is another important factor. It is estimated that India will have more than 8% older people in the near future. That is more than 60 years of age. So with the age, there are age-related problems like locomotor system, problems of locomotor system, problems related to the vision, problems related to our hearing, other problems like malignancy, diabetes, hypertension, cardiac illnesses, they all start appearing after the age of 60. And if the population is growing, if there is aging of the population, then all these problems are going to spring up. And if we are not prepared, it's going to be a big burden on the society. Another important factor with the aging is mental health problems. A person who is over 60 years becomes dependent, and that dependence leads to a feeling that now I am of no use. So there is a sort of depression that develops. Person starts living in isolation. He or she, with the time, the peers, the friends of those persons, they also die, and that also has an important bearing on the health of the person. That now that person has died with whom I used to play, I used to work, and it affects the person's mental health adversely. There are disabilities also, like I said, with the locomotor system, osteoarthritis, other joint problems they develop, and person may become disabled also. So that was about various factors that influence health, or we can say these are the determinants of health. Thank you.